2 on Bill Ballet, I believe this map is called. You're looking at the Dwarven army of Ace of Swords right now. Let's have a look at what he's got. Starting with his legendary lord, it's Ungrim, Ironfist, an angry dwarf with a big axe. There he is, looking pretty cool. Look at his stats, pretty damn strong. 120 armor, 430 weapon strength with really high melee attack. He also has unbreakable. Where is it? There it is. This unit does not suffer any form of leadership loss and will never rout, which seems pretty mental. He does not get a mount though, so he needs to foot slog it across. We've got a whole bunch of Thunderers, massive amount of them, so these guys could deliver really high spikes of range damage if they all target one thing. It's a hell of a lot, and looks like the rest of his army is all Longbeards and Ironbreakers. Here are some Ironbreakers. They are pretty damn interesting. 120 armor, 66 melee defense. Seems to be the thing with dwarves. High armor, high melee defense. And they also have these satchel charges they can throw. Only 2 of them though. You see ammunition too. So pretty interesting. They can't throw them on flying units over here. Got some Longbeards with great weapons. Looking pretty cool. If we get back over here, you'll see more Longbeards with great weapons. Some more Longbeards here with shields and stuff. These are more Longbeards. More Longbeards with great weapons. Longbeards with great weapons. Some more Ironbreakers, and some more Ironbreakers, and some more Ironbreakers. We also have a whole bunch of cannons. There's a hell of a lot of cannons over here, doing big chunks of armor piercing damage. They're also anti-large, so they can find some big stuff to shoot out to do some more. His ally are Vampire Counts. We've got von Carstein on his zombie dragon with the Lore of Death and the Lore of Vampires. It also has a pretty cool, if I can find it here, the Hunger, which there it is, which replenishes his hit points if he's in melee combat, which is pretty cool. We've got a Terrorgeist. What have we got on the ground? We've got some Graveguard with great weapons, the kind of elite infantry of the Vampire Counts. Not the greatest combat stats, 22 and 22, but good weapon strength and good armor and tons of hit points with 120 models. Not that expensive as well. I believe they're like 850 or 800 or something. Some skeletons with spears, so they're slightly better to anti-large than regular skeletons. Might have higher melee defense as well. Some regular skeletons here. Couple of Vargulfs, big scary monstrous things with 230 weapon strength and a big chunk of hit points. Poor leadership though, so you do need to try and keep them surrounded with stuff. Although they are undead, so then it's not that they're going to rout, they'll just disintegrate. Some Graveguard without great weapons, with shields and stuff. More Graveguard. What else we got? Some more skeletons. Yeah, more Graveguard. Oh, a Necromancer with the Lore of Vampires. He has a thing that von Carstein doesn't have, I think. See if we can find it. I bet we won't. We'll never find it. Curse of Undeath, von Carstein has a thing which Master of the Dead, there it is, replenishes hit points of combat, and he just passively regenerates the health, there it is, of nearby allied units within 30-meter range. So you want to keep this guy in between a whole bunch of stuff. As you can see, he's positioned right now like in the middle of 4 units. So that could be pretty powerful. Some more skeleton spearmen. We have some Black Knights. Not the greatest cavalry in terms of stats. 24 charge bonus is pretty low, and 24 and 26 combat stats not that great, but they are relatively cheap, and they'll do some charging action for you. Quite a lot of these guys. You can get slightly better ones with barding and lances. Oh, here we go. Lances and barding. As you can see, more armor and charge bonus up to 58, which is a hell of a lot better. But they do cost more. Quite a lot more, I think. Is that all we have? Nothing more in the trees? Nope. So, some pretty big armies on this side for the Dwarves and Vampire Counts. And they are facing Greenskins and Warriors of Chaos. Let's have a look at what we've got. We've got some Night Goblin Archers. Never really seen the point of these guys. They do have Vanguard deployment, though it doesn't seem he's used it here. Poor leadership and weak against armor. They tend to just run away quickly, but we'll see how they do. We have some Savage Orc Biggins, dual wielding whatever they can pick up made of bones or whatever it is, and they have War Paint. They're a damage dealer and big in Ardor, so they're going to do bonus versus large. Not a huge bonus, but Still a bonus. We have some Chaos Knights with lances. So these guys, 74 charge bonus. You can see the difference in stats compared to those Black Knights we just saw. But they are more expensive. Some good solid cavalry though. Some more Night Goblin Archers. Black Orcs, the elite of the elite in terms of foot infantry for Orcs. Massive amounts of armor. Huge amounts of hit points. Almost 9,000 hit points on these guys. Some good combat stats. 38, 23 and 42 weapon strength with some armor piercing as well. Some Trolls. Poor leadership, but will do good in combat for you. We have some Orc Arrow Boys. So I'm going to be shooting some arrows, see if we can actually hit anything. Some more Chaos Knights of Lances. Really packed pretty tight, aren't they? A Giant. These guys cost 1,600 gold, I think. But they have over 11,000 hit points and 530 weapon strength. So they're pretty damn scary. Oh, and here's the Greenskin leader. This is Azhag, the Slaughterer, on his Wyvern, his special Wyvern, which has a special name. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a pretty cool model. Who's the leader of the Chaos? Oh, it's good old Archaon the Everchosen. This is Malasorte. On foot, but he can hang in melee pretty damn well and throw out his fire spells. The name of the greenskin guy is DavideGFX, it seems. What else we got here? We have some Chosen with halberds. These guys are 1,500 gold, which honestly seems too expensive for them. But we'll see how they do. 42 melee defense and some other really good stats. And they have awesome models. Really cool models. What else we got? These are some Arrow Boys. Alright, we saw those. Oh, we have some Armored Trolls. You pay 150 more gold to get them up to 80 armor compared to 30 of the other ones. Debatable if that's worth it. Some more Chosen with great weapons. So, not a very big Chaos army, is it? Compared to the Greenskins and the two on the other side. We do have a couple of Hell Cannons. The only artillery war machines that Chaos has access to. Pretty damn good. Oh, some Chaos Warhounds with poison attacks. Very, very mobile. They don't have Vanguard deployment, though. And we have some Marauders. Some Skirmishers that you can put, again, Vanguard deployment, but he didn't seem to use it, did he? Used them to get up ahead and pull defensive formations out of alignment and that kind of thing with their ranged weapons. Up here, we have some Orc Boy Biggins, and I mean, I'm not convinced by these guys. Look at their combat stats. Let's start this up in slow motion. 20 melee attack, 18 melee defense. That is incredibly low. I mean, they are relatively cheap and have good charge bonus, but those are some really low combat stats. You really don't want these guys to get stuck in combat. You want to be able to use their charge and then pull them out and then charge again, I think. Oh, Hell Cannon's firing already. Let's see if they hit anything. Looks like they're going to hit some Dwarves. Smack. Holy crap. Did he actually kill, though? Or are they just going to get straight back up again? Looks like they died. Some stuff died. These cannons here have a really good ridge to fire off. So they should be able to get some really good shots. The Hell Cannons continue to rain down some hurt, though. Ace of Swords needs to get his Dwarves moving. And what was the Vampire Count player called? Sbit. Has some good options. Flying units gives you such good options. Vargheists. Try and find something isolated. Maybe send them after these boar boys up here. They wouldn't like that at all. Marauder Horsemen getting close alongside some Chaos Warhounds. Nothing else over here has moved. Oh, cannons now getting shots in. And they will kill pretty much anything they hit, I think. Yes, they are killing stuff. And they are hitting Black Orcs. You can kill some of those with some shots early on. That's going to be really good. We are relentless indeed. There's Ungrim Ironfist. Happy to stand really alone. I think you want him near your units so they get their passive leadership bonus from him. Thunderers on the front line. Hell Cannon stops shots still coming in though, holy crap. Even in the trees there they're hitting. Trying to get into the trees to avoid that, I think. Oh crap. Cannons firing on the Chosen, and they are taking out models, and those guys are so expensive. More cannon shots coming in. Smack. Killing pretty much anything they hit, I think. Yeah. What's this guy? He was sparkling for a second. Some kind of buff on him, maybe? Not sure. I think he's called Skull Muncher or something, this Wyvern. Special Wyvern. Actually costs less than the other Wyverns. Maybe that's what makes him special. Maybe his stats aren't any better. What's going on here? Oh, it's all kicked off. The Boar Boys are charging here. Trying to go after the Thunderers, but Ace of Swords can now turn around his Dwarven army and really go to town on these Boar Boys. They're not going to like this. The Chaos Warhounds are really bad against armoured units, so they don't want to be fighting Dwarves. Yet they are. He wanted to get them in on the Vampire Counts if he could. Looks like he couldn't. And they're going to lose quite handily. I think the Dwarves here should be able to mop up this Greenskin stuff. What else can we find going on? Bunch of Iron Breakers. No, these are Longbeards. No, these guys. Who are these guys? Yeah, these are Iron Breakers. A lot of stuff hasn't moved yet. A lot of the Chaos stuff doesn't seem to have moved. And now Ace of Swords going to hide in the trees so those Hell Cannons can't hit him. But it's still kicking off over here. This big fight. And as you can see, the Boar Boys just got absolutely owned. That was a really hasty charge by them. They still have a bunch over here. What are they fighting? They're fighting the Iron Breakers. Oh no, they're fighting Thunderers actually, who have taken out their melee weapons. And the Boar Boys are charging away, which is what they should do. In fact, they're charging into more lines. More lines of Thunderers. Trying to keep them busy, I guess. Some Vargeists waiting to strike. Who are you? Oh, you're the Marauders. Who have done nothing. They should be skirmishing right now. Oh, what's going on over here? Giants alongside tons of Black Orcs. That's pretty scary. But those cannons are doing real work. Need to send this Wyvern onto them, I think. Because they're doing tons of damage, those cannons. Trolls are now charging some Graveguard. Holy crap. Sent them flying there. Looks like some kind of Spirit Leech or something going down on the on Azhag the Slaughterer. Here come the Black Orcs. Gonna charge some Black Knights. My frame rate does not like this at all. They should be able to take them down quite easily, the Black Orcs there, but they're gonna need support. But this is a hell of a lot of Vampire Count stuff. They're just gonna be wildly outnumbered. There's a giant now. Going to be bogged down for a while, but should be able to chew through them. Especially since they don't have great weapons, these guys. Smack. What else we got going on? Oh, what are these guys flying to? Vargeists chasing down the Marauders. Or at least chasing them away. Hell Cannon still able to get shots off. Oh, there's the Iron Breakers throwing their charges on the armoured Trolls, who are broken right now. What's this fight? Oh, we never actually saw this guy. It's a Chaos Sorcerer of Fire. Awesome. Smack. Fighting some Longbeards. I don't think he's going to like that fight very much in the long run. In here, we have Ungrim, Ironfist, and Archaon the Everchosen going at it with some Chosen with halberds in there. So that's a hell of a lot of stuff on Ungrim. He's using his self buffs here. He's pretty confident, it seems. Although he's going to go down. I think he's down to 400 hit points. Never losing his leadership. That's pretty crazy. But they're going to take him down there. So Chaos, over here at least, doing pretty good. Armored Trolls trying to regain their composure. We have some Black Knights back here with lances who could charge something and do some work. The double Vargulfs charging the Black Orcs, and they are broken. Yes, they are. Let's have a look at that melee fight again. Oh, look at this spell. That's a bombardment spell, which never seemed to do that much. Let's see if anything actually dies here. No, they all got up again. The bombardment spells seem pretty weak. I mean, they're good for sieges and stuff, because you don't need line of sight to cast them. Armor trolls moving in. Holy crap, that was a good charge. Are these chosen routing? They are. Broken chosen there. But there's more in there. More with halberds. Looks like Ungrim Ironfist has gone down, and Archaon the Everchosen is still kicking some ass. He's only killed one model though. The dwarves are just so tough. So much armor to deal with. You really need to stack up on your armor piercing stuff. They might not have known like who they were fighting and stuff, because I don't think it's worth it to take warhounds against dwarves. Maybe he was hoping to get them onto the Vampire Count army, but he didn't. Oh, this guy's still around. Still got hit points as well. But the dwarves and Vampire Counts are winning this pretty handily, it seems. The orcs, their charges against the Vampire Counts just basically did nothing. Even with the giant in there, and they took big chunks of health from the cannon attacks. Not sure where those guys are going. They're routing, I guess. Longbeard's here. Chasing. Oh, there's the charges thrown onto the marauders. Holy crap, that was painful. The Chaos player basically committed everything good he had to this fight. He went a little bit too small on his army. Too much really elite units kind of thing. Too many chosen. You want to use really expensive units like that sparingly, because you need your rank and file troops to hold positions and hold lines. The chosen here just being surrounded by dwarves. How's Archaon doing? He's now killed 11 units and still has tons of hit points too. But I think the Greenskins are basically off the field right now, are they? What have we got over here? A whole bunch of Graveguard. There's that Necromancer. Tons and tons of Vampire Count stuff. There's a giant who is broken. Some Black Knights. Looks like they're going to leave him alone for now and try and rejoin the fight. But I don't think there's... Oh, holy crap, what's that on the ground? They took down one Carstein. That's a zombie dragon down there. Not sure where the Terrorgeist is. Still, this fight rages on, but it's only Archaon left, and there we see the victory. Yeah, some sloppy play on the flanks, I think, was mostly the case, and they didn't take advantage of their Vanguard deployment at all. The Marauders were not deployed as such, and neither were the Night Goblins, who basically did nothing. They got some shots on Von Carstein, I think, but then just ran away. And I'm sure I missed a lot of stuff. The big battle was pretty hard to cover. Oh, there's the Terrorgeist. Was still alive at the end. They did get up to those Hell Cannons, who did some work. But Ace was able to get his army relatively quickly into the tree to protect them from the artillery. Let's hit end replay and have a look at what killed what. Longbeard's clearing house here with 62 kills. Ironbreaker's also doing pretty good. Yeah, Malasorte, look how small his army was. And 2 of his units were Hell Cannons as well. Warhounds did very little work. They charged dwarves, which is not what you want to do with these guys. Only killed 6 models between them. Basically achieved nothing. Trolls did pretty well, but other than that, everything else really did very little for Malasorte. He did not pick his battles very well, did he? And there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.